Good morning. It is Thursday, August the 19th.
Yes.
Welcome to First Local with Heidi and Colette, your only local news show, which we provide you with all your updates that's going around in and about the city.
Yes.
And the province. And the nation. And what's the biggest story? The sun. That big globe. Did you see the moon last night or the sun last night when it was setting?
No.
It was a beautiful, No. It was a beautiful red hue to the moon last night, and it was gorgeous. So took some pictures of that and enjoyed that. But mainly, we're in a heat wave.
Yes, we are.
Yes.
And it is such that there has been the advisory issue. This is, a serious thing. We've moved beyond Coletti to dangerously Coletti.
Yes. Ooh, I like it. My danger is my middle name.
Can I throw something out there?
Yes, what's that?
Well,
Good morning, Michael.
Just so it cools us all down.
Yes. Uh-oh, I feel Momoa. Ah, there you go. So anybody who is hot, we are going to throw this up throughout the show to remind you.
Complain about the heat. We've got 10 months of this ahead of us.
There you go. Thanks, Mike. That's great. This is what I said the other day. I was in the store and someone's like, oh, it's so hot outside. I would get in the air conditioner. I'm like, no. You're going to have permanent AC outside pretty soon. So yes, Sault Ste. Marie did issue a heat warning yesterday, and I hear from weather specialist Craig Huckabee it will be much the same today. What do you think, Craig? What's going on? A nice, extremely Coletti day today?
Well, yesterday we weren't in the heat warning, and when I announced that at 5 o'clock, we still weren't in the heat warning, and then as soon as we got off the air, they put us into the heat warning. So we are going to stay there until Saturday. Temperatures exceeding 30 degrees today, tomorrow, and into Saturday. We'll take a look at the watch, or we're going to go into the radar first. Let's go to the radar. Well, nothing really to show you there, but there's the radar right now, current radar, nothing to worry about. We have a few clouds to the east, not really doing much. We're going to stay mainly hazy today because we do have some humidity working into the forecast. We'll take a look now at the watch map. You can see most of Northern Ontario is just sizzling today with temperatures exceeding 30 degrees, including the Soo, where our high temperature today was in 1976. It was 30.6. I think we could beat that later on today. So let's take a look at your 12-hour forecast. This is what your day is looking like. Oh, the camera. We're going to go show you the camera downtown. A little different today. Yesterday was completely fog. Today we're looking pretty hazy. And a beautiful shot of the International Bridge and the Soo Locks. And it's going to be a beautiful day to be by the water, or if you have a pool, definitely enjoy it. Now let's take a look at your 12-hour forecast, and basically just sunny skies, hazy skies. Humidity is going to work in. It's going to feel closer to 35 by mid-afternoon this afternoon. Temperatures holding steady right into the evening. Going to be another warm night tonight as well, and also overnight. So definitely need your AC on today. We will touch on your 3-day forecast coming up in just a couple of minutes. We're going to send it right back to Heidi and Colette.
And Q Studio.
Thank you, Craig. Well, it is a little nicer out there this morning instead of that gray fog that we provided the image of yesterday. Looking beautiful. Heidi was just saying it's so nice to have the cameras located around the city for us to share that with you. So I believe that's wirelesscom.ca that we should thank for that.
Yes.
So thank you so much, Carmen.
Definitely.
Okay, so before we bust into some COVID news, now we're putting it back at number 1, so that's not a good thing. But anyway, I wanted to talk about a really interesting Belgian-British teenager who took to the skies yesterday in her quest to become the youngest woman to fly around the world solo.
Okay.
Her name is Zara Rutherford. Like
Of
that name,
course it
Zara.
is.
Great
Yes.
store to shop at, by the way, too.
Zara.
She took off from Belgium in gusty and overcast conditions. Rutherford is aiming to break the world benchmark. They're set by aviator Shasta Ways. Isn't that a cool name?
Yes.
Who was 30 when she set the world benchmark in 2017. Rutherford hopes to show other young women and girls that the sky's the limit when it comes to making their own mark on the history of aviation. She aims to fly her fast and light Shark Sport aircraft over 5 continents and 52 countries in an aerial trek that's likely to take 2 to 3 months.
Okay.
A very ambitious young woman, and we wish you all the best.
Okay, good. Well, I'm not sure if I go into my international if I talk about the cooling locations. So
I think you should bust some COVID numbers. What the APH sent out some new
Okay.
some new the new posting yesterday.
Yeah, well, I've got that right here
when
too.
we were having dinner
I'm
yesterday.
always prepared. You
I
just
know you
never
are.
know which direction we're going to go in. We cannot be scripted. We will not be
No.
scripted, despite best efforts.
They do try, don't they? It's so cute that you try.
All right, so you know what? We're busting out the Band-Aid again, and I got to say, I'm feeling this way about it. All right, so Algoma Public Health then reporting 4 new cases of COVID-19, all from Sault Ste. Marie and area. This, of course, did come out yesterday. So we have now cases 411 through 414, and they are listing, okay, so, we've got a new category.
Oh, come on.
Okay,
What is
so
it?
case 411, first of all, my favorite, unknown.
411.
Reported to be self-isolating. And of course, you know, I'll preface all of this by saying that any person identified as a close contact has already been notified. That is the purpose of the contact tracing information that is provided. When you go here and there, your name, your number, they will contact you. Case 412, exposure category, close contact, also reported to be self-isolating. Case 413, here it is, international travel, reporting to be self-isolating. And then case 414 falling back into, once again, my favorite category, unknown. Okay, so rolling totals then, locally 161,221 tests have been administered, out of which we have confirmed 414 cases. 6 of those listed as active, meaning of course we have resolved 408 cases. And the variants of concern have seen a number, it's gone up by 1, so we have 114 cases that have screened positive for the variants of concern. So there you have it.
Okay.
Wash your hands, distance, follow the regulations, and you know what? We will continue to soldier on.
Well, just following up on that international travel, perhaps that has something to do with APH is releasing the Air Canada number, flight number. Not too sure, just throwing it out there. We wanted to remind you that that is posted to our website, SiouxOnline.com. So if you flew from the Sioux to Toronto on Saturday, August the 14th, specifically flight AC 8320, and you sat in rows between 2 and 8, contact your local public health unit for details. Anyone on board the flight on Saturday, August 14th is also advised to follow up with public health guidance should you feel unwell, have any of the knowing symptoms, the symptoms that we've all come to love and enjoy with COVID-19. And if you do have those symptoms, act accordingly, self-isolate and get a test. Just wanted to remind you of that flight is again AC 8320 on Saturday, August 14th, if you sat specifically through rows 2 to 8. And that other COVID story, sorry that I threw around in a different area for you.
It's okay.
Just time out, we're just going to plan something here. The U.S. health officials, one about a booster shot?
Yeah, well, you know, and this is one of those things that kind of, for me anyway, again, this is not, this is not the opinion of Superior Media or Sue Online. This is Heidi popping in for a minute to say, Okay, U.S. health,
make you go,
right? So health officials in the U.S. yesterday announced plans to dispense a COVID-19 booster shot to all Americans to shore up their protection amid the surging Delta variant and evidence that the vaccine's effectiveness is failing. The plan, as outlined by the director of the Center for Disease Control and Prevention, as well as other top authorities, have called for extra doses 8 months after people get their second shot of the Pfizer or Moderna vaccine. And the doses could actually begin as early as September 20th. Why is that date familiar to me? Just September 20th
is the election that day, and we're going to talk about that. Look at me, I'm like, I know.
I know.
My geek self has got all fuzzy inside.
So health officials have said people who received the single-dose Johnson & Johnson vaccine will probably also need extra shots, but they are waiting for more data on that. So the overall plan is subject to an FDA evaluation of the safety and effectiveness of a third dose. But what the officials are saying is that it's very clear that the efficacy of the the vaccinations tends to wane over time. And I don't think that's uncommon. I think that's fairly common of most vaccinations, but we're keeping our eye on this because, of course, Canada does tend to watch the U.S. and, govern ourselves accordingly.
Absolutely.
So there.
Okay, we're going to take a quick commercial break. When we come back, we've got a few things to update you on about what's going on around the city. The other day we brought you a story that happened around St. Mary's High School, the new college. There was a rollover. We have some more information on that.
Right.
You have an information about an accident that happened on Highway 17 that had quite the backlog of cars, about a kilometer or so from what I hear.
Yes.
And I want to talk to you about the mayor, how he's hopeful for the downtown Plaza proceeding. We'll be right back after this with all that info.
Yes.
First Local, supported by Rick Mooney, sales representative for Street City Realty. Sold, the sign you want, Rick, the realtor you need.
Every day, people in crisis need someone to answer their call for help, to let them know they're not alone. Whenever people need someone, the Canadian Red Cross is there, on the phone lines and the front lines, around the world and here at home. But none of it would be possible without people just like you. No matter who you are, you have something to give. You can be that someone with the Canadian Red Cross. Learn more at redcross.ca/someone.
First Local, supported by Tammy Ovey. Are you looking for an agent who confidently knows the culture and community of Sault Ste. Marie? Call Tammy Ovey, 705-971-0171. Good morning and welcome back. It is Thursday, August the 19th. I love Thursday because you're so close to the goal. One more day to go. So if you're out there slogging away in a job that perhaps doesn't feed your soul, my advice is to put one foot in front of the other, get through it, and know that the weekend's on the way. And it's going to be a hot weekend.
Yes,
and
it is.
On that note, I do want to talk for a moment in all seriousness about the heat advisory, and also let people know that the city is making plans to ensure that everybody has the opportunity to cool themselves. We have identified cooling locations for residents to beat the heat. So the city wants residents locally to be aware that the following facilities can serve as cooling locations to find relief from the heat. This is, of course, posted to our website, so if I move through it too quickly, hi on a wave of caffeination. Know that you can go to our website at SiouxOnline.com and get this information. So the James L. Mcintyre Centennial Library, which is open Monday 1 till 8 p.m., Tuesday through Friday 1 to 6 p.m. and then Saturday 10 a.m. to 1 p.m. Closed on Sundays, but during the times that they are open, available to relieve you from the heat. The North Branch Library, which is open Monday and Tuesday from 12 p.m. until 5 p.m., Wednesday 12 until 8 p.m., Thursday and Friday again 12 till 5, and then closed Saturday and Sunday. The Peter G. Manzo Pool, which is open 1 till 7 daily. The Greco Pool 1 till 7 daily. The Splash Pad 9 a.m. to 9 p.m. daily. The John Rhodes Center. The building only is open to the public 6 a.m. to 11 p.m. this Thursday, Friday, and Saturday. And the John Rhodes Pool is also available, although the hours are limited. They are encouraging residents to visit their website at the johnrhodespool.ca for swim times and to register prior to attending. Okay, so keeping in mind that the heat can really be distressing and in some case compromise health. So If you need to get cool, do get cool.
And as Craig reminded you a couple days ago, do not leave your animals or children, or even for a couple minutes if you're running into the store, don't leave them in the back seat. Okay, so the other day we reported about a rollover that occurred at Second Line and Pine, which is right in front of St. Mary's College, the new beautiful school there. The cause of the accident, said by Lincoln Loudet, who is the comms manager for police services, was a woman who in her 40s ran a red light and struck the other SUV. And if you remember, the white SUV was on its roof and struck a blue SUV. There have not been any injuries, thankfully. There were two huge incidents that happened with both vehicles, one on their roof. You would think that would be an issue. Both drivers were wearing a seatbelt.
Okay.
And that is the update as per Lincoln Louded as we received yesterday. Thank you, Lincoln.
Thank you, Lincoln, for sure. A swimming advisory has been issued for Spruce Beach in Elliot Lake. Water samples have been taken from Spruce Beach and have been taken every week. Test results taken on August 16th contained high levels of bacteria. Therefore, it is unsafe to swim at beaches with these increased levels of bacteria. When sample results return to safe levels, the advisory, of course, will be lifted. The hot weather may affect the water quality. Water may contain high levels of, this identified bacteria for up to 48 hours following heavy rainfall, high winds, or an increased number of birds. Your favorite, Colette.
Yeah, great.
Yeah. So now swimming advisories do not close the beach. They do not stop people from swimming. They simply let swimmers know about the water conditions the day the sample was taken. Now, swimming in waters, just so you know, if you do make that choice, swimming in waters with high level of bacteria can cause skin, eye, nose, and throat infections, as well as stomach illness if water is swallowed. So APH is encouraging the public to visit their website to view a map of the beaches sampled and current warnings or postings. And to reduce your risk, avoid swallowing beach water, towel off after a swim, and shower as soon as you get home.
I don't know. I would just fill the bathtub up with some water and not take the chance of being on the toilet all day. Literally.
You could always just bring some sand into your home, because that's a lot of fun, right?
I would not be happy if my child brought sand into my home. I'm very particular about no sand in the home. Okay, so what's the next one we got on this list? The mayor and Dan Gray sat down, which they do now a couple of times a month.
Yep.
So thank you to Mayor Provenzano for taking the time and sitting us and talking about the issues going on in the city. Really appreciate that. But specifically, Dan spoke with him about the upcoming election on the 20th of September.
Yes.
And he asked him a couple of great questions, Dan, by the way. One of them is, regardless of who's in power, what would you like to receive from the federal government for our great city of Sault Ste. Marie? Like, what are some key campaign issues that is on their platforms? Two of the things that he wants to see are climate change discussions, as well as mental health and responsibilities and addictions crisis, which, as you know, is well needed in this city. He went on to ask, whose responsibility is that? And as you know, climate change is a federal responsibility, whereas mental health and issues, usually that money comes from our provincial government. But what are you going to do for us from federally? So
yeah,
a couple great talking points from the mayor. At this time, I just want to let you know that on TV, Sioux Online, Superior Media, the umbrella company, is planning a debate with all the leaders involved. We'll have information about that coming out next week, and we're going to really tie in a lot of follow them on their campaign trails, each party, and bring that to you as often as we can, so that we make our decisions based on their platforms and what they're going to do for our city. So look out for that. You got an update on that Highway 17 accident that kicked off. I know Dan, we had left for the day. He's like, "Are you still doing your reads? There's an accident on Highway 17."
Yeah.
Like, no, tomorrow morning.
Okay. So yesterday, then, members of the Sault Ste. Marie Detachment of the Ontario Provincial Police, along with the Batchewana Police Service and the Gooley Fire and Rescue, they did respond to a motor vehicle collision on Highway 17 North in Gooley Township, and this did involve two pickup trucks. Investigation revealed that both trucks were northbound, and the lead truck was slowing down to make a left turn when he was struck from behind. So the driver of the rear pickup truck, a 47-year-old from London, Ontario, has been charged with careless driving, contrary to Section 130 of the HCA, the Highway Traffic Act. So there you go.
In Dan's conversation again with Mayor Provenzano, he did discuss the plaza.
Okay.
That there's been a contentious issue.
The downtown plaza.
The downtown
because you can never have too many, skating rinks.
Well, I mean, it looks beautiful. It looks like a Trisha Romance print right there. So again, Dan was able to catch up with Mayor Christian Provenzano for these bi-weekly meetings. One that has stood out to many voters, an issue, and people who are in the community is the Downtown Plaza project.
Okay.
The mayor is expecting that if it doesn't go through with the funding, that staff will come back with some additional ideas, which as staff members for a city, that's your job to approach council with different options. So that has been posted to SueOnline.com.
Okay.
The plaza is currently budgeted at $8.4 million and will be will pop up in the Spring and Queen Street area, which is by the library, right?
Well-ish.
Kinda-ish?
Yeah, kind
I'm
of.
learning,
I mean,
guys,
it's,
I'm
you know,
learning.
okay, so it's just up from Montana's. So think,
Montana's. And by
Yeah.
the way, producer Mike took his beautiful wife Giselle out to dinner last night, I do believe. So I hope you had a great anniversary dinner for that yesterday. 2 Montana's. And it is
coleslaw,
beautiful.
no beans.
Coleslaw, no beans.
Yeah, coleslaw, no beans.
It is a beautiful place to go and sit out and have some drink.
They have a great patio. Great
They do,
patio.
right? They
I mean,
do.
rivaled only by the view down at off the Delta. That's also a stellar patio.
And as Craig let you know, this weekend will be a time to go and enjoy that. So
Yes.
we are going to have more of Craig and his brilliance and weather updates for us for the weekend when we come right back, as well as some social media. We're also going to talk about Habitat for Humanity plans a Sue Burger month. Yeah, I said that. And good to note that Garden River's having their powwow back this weekend. We'll be right back for our, well, let's try that again. We'll be right back to give you all those deets. Oh my goodness.
First Local, supported by Maker North, 3D printing, laser cutting, 3D design, education, prototyping, and more. Maker North, whatever it takes.
Inches fake. Home to Lola. Bounds. This large male sports a wig trimming black fur. Asserts dominance over.
You don't need a media monkey to make healthy choices. Think for yourself. A message from Concerned Children's Advertisers.
First Local, supported by Aug19 Family and Community Services. Be an alternative care parent. A child needs you.
First Local, supported by Northern Safety and Training, locally owned and operated. Get your DZ training for only $2,000, tax included. Call 705-987-8460 for more information.
Welcome back to First Local on this beautiful Baby Friday. It is Thursday, August the 19th. You're with Heidi and Colette. Yes, I know. Big, Baby Friday. That went unsaid at the beginning of the show. I do apologize. I brought that word all the way from Hamilton, and my microphone just fell down my shirt.
Oh!
Okay, over to you, Heidi, while I dig down and
All right.
it's back on.
Well, speaking of searching for what has been
Not that one,
taken.
He just gonna God. Okay.
God, it's been so long since you focused on Colette while I was talking.
Okay.
What? Mine?
No.
Oh, sorry. Okay. There was a woman who was charged with break and enter.
Okay.
On August 17th, so day before yesterday. Officers with patrol services charged. This is what I was talking to you about this morning.
What?
33-year-old Caitlin Ward of London, Ontario,
yes, you were.
with break and enter. So this incident occurred on August the 5th. Okay, so the accused was observed in the 500 block of Shannon Road. At that time, it's alleged,
allegedly,
she entered a residence and while inside stole approximately $3,000 worth of jewelry and $12 of United States currency. Police, of course, were called and began investigating the incident, and as a result of the investigation, a warrant for the accused's arrest was requested and issued. She was located in the 0 to 100 block of Queen Street East around 2 a.m. on August 17th. Officers were able to identify her and confirm there was an active warrant for her arrest. She was arrested. Stolen jewelry was not found during a subsequent search of the accused. She is charged with break and enter and theft under 5,000. She was released on an undertaking and is scheduled to appear in a court on October 4th. What does that mean when they say released on an undertaking?
I believe someone else has put up money to an undertaking, like Heidi. I'm bailing. Yes, I will take care of Heidi and promise that she will appear by putting up my house as collateral.
Is that like surety?
I mean, yes.
Okay.
I'm pretty confident that's
okay. All right. Well, you know what? If we are inaccurate and you have information, put that in the comments because we're coming to that as well. I want to talk for a minute. We were talking yesterday about how weird everything is right now. You know, there's like excessive levels of fatigue. The energy just kind of feels kind of wonky. You know what's coming, and usually I'm on top of these things. Saturday, although the moon won't officially be full until Sunday at 4 minutes after 8 in the morning, it will appear to be full Saturday night.
Slam in the hands. You know what that means.
If you can get near water on Saturday night, go look at the moon. It'll be really pretty.
Yeah, well, last night, like I said, it was gorgeous. It was a beautiful red blood moon. Okay, so Garden River, they have planned their powwow. August 20th and 21st. This is a nice sign that reality and life is coming back to normal as we know it. Well, somewhat the new norm. We shall use that terminology. And I believe the GRFN and perhaps Mr. Steve Childs can challenge me on this, but that would be the Garden River First Nation ball fields is where they are holding this. August 21st to the 22nd. The times are 1 to 7. And on Sunday, the grand entry is 1 o'clock. So, as you know, my little Dante's in Ojibwe classes, and he's really taken to the language and the culture, and as he should, and opened my eyes to a lot of it. So it's really great.
Yes.
And just so everyone is watching and knows that anyone can attend the powwow that is coming up this weekend. They are hosting this in honor of the Children's Residential School. Excuse me. And the powwow is a cultural gathering and celebration open to everyone. There's some diverse culture through drumming, singing, dancing, crafts, arts, demonstrations, and some of the best tasting food, it says. So I'm curious about that and would love to try it. So I think we might hit that up on our beautiful weekend weather. Why not go out and enjoy the festivities there. So again, there's some highlights that include some honor songs, grand entry showcase of homemade artwork, award-winning Indigenous music, special exhibition dances, cultural displays, and an honor to the children of residential school by an exhibit. So
I think it's so wonderful that it is such an inclusive event.
Yeah,
you know,
same
definitely.
Same with the Indian Friendship Center.
Yeah.
I didn't know that anybody can go and take classes there, so you don't have to be you don't have to be Indigenous to take those classes. So educate yourself.
Yeah. Okay, so
she says okay. I was like, what's wrong? What's going on?
No, I'm just, you always challenge yourself, at least I do, to your segues come effortlessly because you are the consummate professional, and I aspire to that.
Okay.
But sometimes you actually get to witness the wheels turning in my head as I struggle to find a way to transition from this story to that story. And there is no transition for hamburgers because hamburgers fall into their own category.
And they make us happy.
Love a hamburger.
We love our Whopper Wednesday.
Okay, now, the only way a hamburger gets better is when it's combined with a fundraising initiative on behalf and sponsored by Habitat for Humanity. So Habitat for Humanity, Sault Ste. Marie and area. Like, look at that burger.
Hello, that's a burger.
Okay, so Habitat for Humanity, Sault Ste. Marie and area is inviting local restaurants to partner with them on an exciting new event that encourages Saultites to support hashtag support local, hashtag support Habitat, exclamation point.
Wow.
So the event is being I know, right?
So hip. We're hip, we're cool.
So easy to scatter me in the morning.
Squirrel, there's a squirrel.
All right, so the event called the Sioux Burger Month is sponsored by Outspoken Brewing. Okay. It's a month-long event that is asking restaurants to get creative and design a tasty new burger or choose an existing one from their menu. Yes.
What?
I see a Colette and Heidi review of burgers.
Yes. I'm going to slam my hand to that one.
Yes, and this is going to be throughout the entire month of October. So there's time for us we're going to plan this.
Yep.
We're going to go live from restaurants. Dan, can you show us how to go live? Restaurants will Restaurants will donate a minimum of $1 to Habitat from every Sue Burger Month burger sold to support affordable home ownership in our community. Okay, now this is an event that is inspired by something that's been taking place in Halifax. Halifax does a burger week.
Okay. We're doing a burger month. That's awesome. Right. We're up in the ante. I'm taking it up a notch.
Yeah, because you know what? Come October, we're going to be needing to build up our reserves to get ready for the winter. And we just did see, video of that. So fundraiser will be spiced up with a little competition. Restaurants can compete to win the Best Burger Award as voted on by customers, as well as the Most Burgers Sold Award. Outspoken Brewing.
I think you've been brewing already this morning.
I know, right? Interestingly, Tim Hortons never mind.
We all know it is not licensed.
So Outspoken Brewing will be donating a portion of the proceeds from all sales of their Anvil Red Ale throughout the month of October. So 50 cents of every can of Anvil sold and $1 of every glass sold from the brewery. As well, they will be accepting, just donations in general to Habitat at their Queen Street locations. Cool. So, sweet, fantastic initiative. I'm all fired up. I'm going to go eat some burgers for sure.
We love the burgers. I have a question for everybody. We love two-way communication with our viewers. What would you put on? What's the weirdest thing you've eaten on your burger? What do you like on your burger? Something. What's your weird combination? I know you have one watching. So we're going to take a quick pause for the cause. When we come back, we're going to talk about Ontario and Michigan. They're partnering together on cross-border transportation technologies. Great story. Come right back.
Family owned and operated, A.G. Quinnell Well Drilling has been serving Sault Ste. Marie and surrounding area since 1968. For a free estimate, call 705-779-3909. A.G. Quinnell Well Drilling, available for all your water needs. 1944, 2nd Line West, Sault Ste. Marie, Ontario. A.G. Quinnell Well Drilling. Call 705-779-3909 for a free estimate today. First Local, supported by Tenaris Algoma Tubes. Kickstart your career. Tenaris is rapidly growing in Sault Ste. Marie and looking for individuals interested in rewarding production and technician roles. If you are ready for a progressive career opportunity with benefits in advanced manufacturing, then please send your resume to resumes@tenaris.com.
First Local, supported by The Refinery, the leader in women's fitness and transformations. 624 Wellington Street West in Sault Ste. Marie, Ontario. Call 705-255-8895 for more information. Good morning and welcome back to this Baby Friday edition of First Local Mornings. You are here, of course, with Colette and Heidi. I want to remind anyone who wasn't with us at the top of the show, and if you weren't, where were you?
Shame on you. Where were you? Don't you set your alarm.
On TV, Sue Online, Superior Media will be hosting a zesty and robust debate featuring all of the local representatives of all of the current political parties speaking on a number of relevant and pointed topics.
Excellent segue. Thank you. See? Beautiful segue. Sue says.
I'm learning.
What we want to bring to your attention is that we want your ideas. What would you like us to ask these leaders? Heidi, Dan, and myself will be doing the questioning. And we want to hear from you. What would you like to know from our candidates? Send us your info.
That's right.
What I'd like to know is a little bit more about the weather. Over to you, Craig.
And thank you very much. And it is going to be another very hot day today. A good day to be by the pool or by the beach because it is going to get right up there. We'll take a look at the satellite shot and show you what's going on here. We have a little bit of spill again from a system to the south, just giving us a little bit of cloud. Nothing to worry about. Our forecast today is mainly clear conditions. Could be a little hazy as well because we are seeing the humidity build in today. Other than that, it is going to be a very hot day. As we mentioned, we are under a heat warning, and that looks like it's going to stay in place until right into Saturday. We'll take a look now at the radar, and really nothing really to worry about. We have no showers in our way coming from the west, from the south, or from the north. So It's just going to be a beautiful day out there if you like it hot and humid. Let's take a look at the temperatures for today. 30 degrees, feeling like 35. Same story across northeastern Ontario, including Thunder Bay coming in at 33 today. So it is going to be a very hot day in northern Ontario. Let's take a look now at the systems map for today. We have high pressure. It has stuck around since Sunday. It's not budging, and that is why we're seeing this mini heat wave develop. It is just going to stay right here for the next 2 or 3 days, and we're just going to continue to pick up that southerly flow and tap into that humidity from down south. So this is what your forecast looks like for the next 3 days today. Mainly sunny skies. We're going to see clouds here and there. Nothing to worry about. 30 degrees. Feeling like 35, 32 tomorrow. We peak tomorrow with our temperatures. We're going to see a little more cloud build in during the day and especially into Friday night. We do have a system coming in Saturday. The timing is really important on this one because some models are calling for Sunday into Monday and some models are calling for Saturday into Sunday. We're going to say Saturday into Sunday. Temperature's 31. That's a cold front. Could trigger some thunderstorms. Some of it could be severe. We're definitely watching that. And temperatures dip on next week to about 24 or 23 degrees because of that cold front. So kind of refreshing to start our week next week. That is your weather right now. I'll be back at the end of the show with an update. Let's send it back to Heidi and Colette.
Awesome sauce, Craig. Thanks so much. We're going to hit some social meds, which what the cool kids say is social media. Just made that up. Before we do, there is a new poll posted to SiouxOnline.com, and we'd like to encourage our viewers and readers to participate. And the question today is, would you support an increase in your property tax if it meant more police officers available to tackle current crime levels in the city? Great question.
Good one.
Dan and Bruce, you are on point. Excellent job. Currently, we're sitting at no with 157 votes, yes at 110 votes, and the undecideds are together sticking with 26 votes. So share your thoughts on that. Now, what's going on in the Meads? Or do you want to do a factoid?
I'm going to do a factoid.
Okay.
And then we'll go into the social media, give people time to respond. Okay, so I'm going to take you back to 1842.
Oh my.
I know we have a picture, but it's probably not an actual picture. It's probably like an artist rendering. Anyway, August 19th, 1842, Abraham Lincoln is challenged to a duel. Okay. So, and this is coming through because you say, okay, well, so who's recording this? Well, there was a letter to the editor published in a local paper calling Jim Shields a fool as well as a liar. And I'm sure somebody spanked the table on that one and describing him. If I was deaf and blind, I could tell him by the smell. Lincoln had written the letter under the pseudonym of a farmer named Rebecca.
What? He just threw me for a loop. I thought he'd go for Dave or something.
He gave a false name.
Josie
Lincoln, Abraham Lincoln, called himself a farmer named Rebecca. So Lincoln's future wife, Mary Todd, and a close friend continued writing letters to the paper without Lincoln's knowledge. So when Lincoln took responsibility for the letters, Shields challenged him to a duel. As the one challenge, Lincoln chose the weapons. Since Shields was an excellent marksman, Lincoln chose a cavalry broadsword, which, due to Lincoln's height and long arms, gave him the advantage. They met at a popular dueling site, where the two men faced each other with a plank between them that neither was allowed to cross. None shall cross.
None shall cross.
Lincoln swung his sword, cutting a tree branch above Shields' head, demonstrating to Shields that he was at a fatal disadvantage. The two men then called a truce and became good friends.
Went from fatal disadvantage to a truce. And
becoming good friends.
That's right. Wearing his top hat, I'm sure. Okay, we are going to throw to a commercial. When we come back, we're going to hit social media. Throw us your questions and answer the other questions we threw out there. What were they? And you know what they are. We'll be right back.
First Local, supported by the Canadian Bush Plain Heritage Centre, where adventure takes off. First Local, supported by Gary Travinsky, Exit Realty, Lake Superior. Buying a home is a big decision, so is choosing the right agent. Call Gary Travinsky, broker at Exit Realty, Lake Superior, 705-257-5432.
When I found out I had cancer, it was the hardest day of my life. But life is bigger than cancer.
First Local, supported by United Way. Help make your community a better place. Show your local love and donate today. Good morning and welcome back to First Local Mornings. It is Thursday, therefore Baby Friday. August the 19th, sneaking up on the weekend. You're here with Colette and Heidi. We're going to hop into social media. Okay. So, Steve Child unseating Bradley Evoy, beating everybody to the punch.
Unseating. How very political of you to say.
Well, you know, I'm learning.
You are.
So Steve Child says GMA HYHAGBF, and there it is again, right? Good morning, all. Hope you have a great Baby Friday.
Thank you.
And I wish you the same, Steve Child. Rock the horns, Moni. Margaret McKegg says, good morning, all. Good morning, Margaret. Always nice to see your name. Bradley Evoy, good morning with 3 exclamation. Well, I gotta say it. Okay. Good morning with 3 exclamation points. Happy Baby Friday with the peace sign.
There he is.
Good morning to you, Bradley.
Okay.
Tony Mancuso.
Hey, buddy.
Good morning, everyone. Happy Baby Friday. Great start to the day. Coffee, biscotti, and the best local news and weather broadcast. Yay, Tony. Yay. Thank you.
Tony.
So good morning to you. Evelyn McColeman. How is it only Thursday? Okay.
We make the weirdest noises, don't we?
I
We'll get
know.
to that later.
I know. Yeah.
It is what it
is. You have to know that it sounds like this throughout the day.
Oh,
it's like
yeah.
The air is rife with
Or and then Heidi responded. She's down the hallway. It's our call of love.
It's kind of like some people play Marco Polo. We go. Yeah. All right. Evelyn McColeman. Good morning, McColeman.
You just made up a name.
Evelyn McColeman.
She got remarried, or maybe your husband.
Good morning, all. Have a wonderful day. Remember, we are now one day closer to the weekend.
Yes.
That's what I'm talking about. Oh, Evelyn.
And you've got a nice weekend planned too. I'm excited for you.
It'll be a nice weekend for sure. So yes, good morning to you, and I hope that you have a spectacular weekend, Evelyn. Thank you for watching. Sure. Giselle Tchaikovsky, good Baby Friday morning, everyone. Good morning to you, Giselle. I hope your weekend is spectacular. Ooh, here's a new name. Terry Lynn Conigan. Conigan. Please correct me. I need a phonetical spelling on that because I like to get names right.
Yes,
but hello, Terry Lynn. Hello. Thank you for watching. Thank you for commenting. And I love it. Unknown my butt, right? She's talking about the category of exposure for 2 out of 4 of those cases. And like I've said all along, there is no way they don't know how they got it. Don't tell me that in the moment that they were licking the back of that bus seat or that pole that they didn't think like, I don't know, like I was just doing the things I do. I don't know how I got the Rona. I'm not sure.
You know. It
is unknown. I don't know. Right? I'm with you, Terry Lynn. I completely agree. Steve Childs. Happy 94th birthday to Muriel Chevis in Ironbridge. Happy 94th birthday, Muriel. Steve, you do have to send pictures because then we can do it properly. But in the meantime, we just say happy birthday to you. May this be your best year yet, Muriel.
94. That's awesome.
That's amazing. Joseph Bertrand. Hello, Joseph. And he says, hello to the gang at Sioux Online. Stay cool. You stay cool, but you are cool. So it'd be impossible for you to be other than cool. All right. Tristan.
You know what they used to call me in high school?
What?
Coolette.
Well, that seems apt.
I made it up. No, I'm just kidding.
Okay. Well.
Oh, my bestie's on?
Yes. Tristan.
Now you're cool, Tristan.
Oh, visiting with Grandpa.
Oh, that's nice.
Hi, everyone, and hi, Colette, and hi, Grandpa. See you when you get home. Aw, sweet. And then rounding it off with Enika. Good morning, everyone. Have a great Baby Friday.
Thanks, Enika. Appreciate
Excellent.
that.
Good morning to you as well, Enika. Thank you for watching all the way from the Netherlands.
Absolutely. Okay, we're going to skip on over to some news. Thank you to everyone. And there's two more. I'm sorry.
I didn't get that one. What?
They're in the void. If you want to pop those up.
Candy, Auntie Candy, yay, yay, yay.
Auntie Candy.
And I can't actually read it because
there's a camera in the way. Good morning.
Arugula.
Arugula, yes.
Okay.
Arugula is great on pizza and burgers.
Arugula.
I like you, Auntie Candy.
Well,
what does Tristan say?
I can't read it. There's a camera in the way.
Oh,
so by the way,
coming up. Okay, cool.
By the way, it's my birthday coming up soon. It's the 24th of August. I think he's trying to hint to me about some gift or something.
Oh, you want Grandma to buy you a gift? Well, maybe he'll buy you a burger.
All right, and I want to go back to the arugula. For those of you who don't know, arugula is a very specific type of lettuce, kind of just the edge of spicy bitter.
Great.
So it would be an interesting accent to a burger. I mean, as crazy as I get, I've recently started adding jalapenos, which does kind of spice it up for me. But arugula, eh?
Oh no, it's good. I've had it.
Is it?
Very good. Yes.
Yeah, I'll have to try it.
P, as a cool kid.
I will try it.
You gotta try it. Gotta try something in life. Okay, so Health Canada has released some health and safety measures for the pandemic election. I think we're calling this election.
Okay.
I don't know. It's apparently what the hashtags are flying around. A woman cast her vote for the federal election polling stations image that we have posted. So on Wednesday, Elections Canada released new health and safety measures, obviously, for the upcoming federal election, which is coinciding with the surge of the highly transmissible variant that we all affectionately known as the Delta. Elections Canada says the following will take effect. Voters will be required to wear masks. There will be sanitizing stations upon entering and leaving. You must sanitize. To reduce the number of interactions with voters, there will only be one poll worker per desk. Well, one person per poll. One person per poll only at Elections Canada.
I'm feeling very juvenile today.
Single-use pencils only.
Of course.
You can
take it home
only
like
one
a souvenir.
person per pencil. That's a good rule to follow in life. Just one person per pencil, one person per poll.
Oh my gosh.
Candidates and the representatives, as well as anyone else who's authorized to be present, will be required to wear a mask. I already said that, Elections Canada. So that is on there twice. So really wear a mask. Maybe wear two. We're going to rip through a commercial because we're finding a little immature laughter here.
No, I can notch it up. You want to hear immature?
Oh,
so you talk about the variant that we affectionately call Delta. You know what leaps into my mind? Hey, you smelta, you Delta.
And you couldn't find a better transition to a commercial and segue than that. We'll be right back for more polls and pencils.
Yes.
Stay tuned.
First Local, supported by James Seaton, Mortgage Specialist. Your new home doesn't come with mortgage advice. I do. Call James Seaton Mortgage Specialist, RBC 705-975-1519.
Just once in a while, at parties and stuff. If that's what your kid says, they'll probably also tell you that it's not a big deal. But that's no reason not to talk about it. You could tell them that you think that's a good thing and that you're really happy they don't use it that often. Then ask them why. Maybe deep down they know it's bad. They just need your help realizing it. From there, it should be pretty easy to drop off the hint that their brain is still growing and that they shouldn't smoke pot. At least not until they're older.
Visit drugfreekidscanada.org for more tools to help start the conversation.
Rollers Bocce is now open, located downstairs at the Marconi. If you're new to bocce or love the game, Rollers is the place for you. Grab your friends and family and let the good times roll. Book your court today at rollersbocce.ca.
Good morning. It is Thursday, August the 19th, more affectionately known as Baby Friday. Welcome to the show with Heidi and Colette, First Local. We bring you news every top of the hour, so join us throughout the day to keep on top of the news. And of course, 5 o'clock, Jacob and Craig and I will be back together to sum up your day. Okay, yesterday, I brought you a story out of Thunder Bay with regards to a plane crash that happened where there was one fatality, and it did affect a lot of travelers along the way. Unfortunately, we found out this morning that the person who passed away was the pilot contracted to help fight Ontario wildfires. Ontario says this pilot worked for one of its long-term contract aircraft providers, MEG Aerospace Canada. It says the pilot died on Monday during an unspecified incident at the Thunder Bay Airport while en route to Dryden for routine maintenance. The Ministry of Natural Resources and Forestry says the pilot was the only occupant of a Bird Dog aircraft, a plane that flies with water bombers. The Ministry of the Transportation Safety Board is investigating this incident. Last month, a contract firefighter working the Fort Frances, Ontario area died following a medical issue. Unfortunate that these beautifully souled, warm people who came to help out those who are struggling have met such demise. Over to you, Heidi.
Wow. Okay. On the heels of that, we're going to talk about a few things that I just, I do spend some time scouring for, factoids, but occasionally, we do trip over some interesting stories that are just kind of, borderline interesting, kind of factoid, kind of amusing. So I'm going to finish off my factoids with this day in 1968. After 58 episodes, the final episode of the Monkees TV show aired on NBC, and since its initial run, almost every major cable network has aired reruns of the show, including, there they are.
Awesome sauce.
Davy Jones, look at those eyebrows.
I used to watch this show so often.
Me too. Every day I came home from school.
Yeah.
The Monkees, the Brady Bunch, the Pink Panther. So since its initial run, almost every major cable network has aired reruns of the show, including a popular stint on CBS from 1969 to 1972. Kevin, am I allowed to speak to another popular station that will soon be airing reruns? We will soon be airing reruns of the Monkees.
Yes!
So,
good news.
You need to keep your eye on TV as we continue to regale you with, the most popular of vintage television.
Although I do like Bob Ross, the little painter guy.
That's right.
And
it's not a mistake, it's a happy accident.
I was going to say, this isn't a mistake, just another little happy accident. Well, thank you for that. Why don't you... We have 8 minutes left of the show. Okay. Oh, I know one. I want to talk about Algoma University before you rip out these. What are we doing? Top what?
These are medical mysteries that are unsolved.
Okay, we're doing medical mysteries, unsolved medical mysteries, after I just update you on the latest and greatest from our wonderful university here at Algoma.
Yes.
They have recently become a member institution in the Sustainable Development Solutions Network. SDSN is their acronym, which makes sense because that's the letter of each word that starts with sustainable.
You smelt a U Delta.
You smelt a U Delta, baby. One per poll. A global network of universities, colleges, and research institutions that are addressing some of the world's most complex problems. The SDSN was set up in 2012 under the auspice. I cannot say this word. We found it out yesterday. Auspice. Under the other name of under the other heading of the UN Secretary General. SDSN mobilizes global scientific and technology expertise to promote practical solutions for sustainable development. Okay, now that I've got all the big words out of the way, like and the, Algoma University has assigned a student, Asil Hashim, who is in his Bachelor of Science in Biology and Psychology. Ooh, smart cookie, knows his math. Has been selected as a SDG Youth Coordinator for this fine committee. As part of a global network of student leaders, SDG coordinators work on campuses to create SDG hubs to ensure students are aware of what's going on. So congratulations, Hashim. I'm going to try and hook up with you and get an interview because we should be highlighting the
100%. Oh my gosh,
our community members who are overextending themselves above and beyond the call of duty. Now, what are some marvels that we need to discuss?
Okay, so these are some medical mysteries that remain unsolved and are still stumping doctors. Okay, so a water allergy. Yes. Water makes, which is interesting, right? Because this goes on to say that water does make up most of the human body. Actually, around 60% drink your water, unless you're allergic to it, in which case...
What do you do?
With water being such an integral part of your basic biological structure, you'd imagine that it would be impossible to be allergic to it, but some unfortunate people suffer from aquagenic urticaria, or water allergy in simpler terms. They can drink water, but that's about all they can do with it. If these people are exposed to water, okay, so take a shower, for example. Their skin will erupt in itchy, sometimes painful, red blisters. That means you can't swim, you can't be out in the rain, you can't even really wash yourself. Even sweating can trigger symptoms in some cases.
So, wait, rewind. What do they do? What do you do? What happens?
Well, that's just it. It's unsolved. Like doctors are stumped.
So,
I know, right?
I needed to know this beforehand to prepare for this question.
And water allergy is extremely rare, with only a handful of known cases, and doctors can't agree on what causes it.
I have no words.
I know.
For once in my life.
What else do I... Okay, so there's stiff person syndrome. There's Morgellons disease.
That goes over to the
foreign accent syndrome.
Oh yes. Madonna, here she is. She falls under this category because all of a sudden she's got an English accent.
It's retractable. I'll bring it out when I need to blend.
Wasn't she born in New York? Anyway.
I think the Bronx or something.
Oh, the Bronx, because they don't have a strong American accent whatsoever.
I could be wrong on that, though, but she's from somewhere there.
You know who else was born in the Bronx?
Who?
Alf. Remember the little alien?
Oh, the alien. He's not born in the Bronx. He was born in the United States.
No, he's from the Bronx.
Okay.
And Jenny is, too. She's from the block.
The
community bicycle.
I was just gonna say, I know her phone number. I think isn't Jenny 8675309?
I don't.
EIN. Yeah. Okay. So foreign accent syndrome. This might be one of the weirdest conditions on this list. So when people develop foreign accent syndrome, they suddenly start speaking in a weird accent, even if they've never heard it before. Okay, so they're citing one specific case from 1941. A Norwegian woman who had been injured during an air raid suddenly started speaking in a German accent.
What?
With the World War II going on, you can imagine that was a tough gig. That didn't go down well. They don't know what causes it. For the longest time, doctors thought it was a psychological disorder, but now the consensus is shifting to treating it as a neurological condition.
That's so bizarre.
It's been triggered by everything from traumatic brain injury and stroke to multiple sclerosis, and in some cases there's no clear cause. The patient just suddenly develops an accent for for an unknown reason. Doctors do, however, have an idea of why FAS sufferers pick up accents they've never heard. They don't actually speak in an accent. Their speech just gets garbled in a way that sounds foreign to the listener. Yeah.
Oh, well, you know who would solve that?
Who?
Dr. McDreamy, the neurologist. You watch Grey's Anatomy? He's made an appearance in this last season that I'm watching.
I thought he died.
He did.
Oh,
but there's a storyline around it, Heidi. God, Colette got snidey there, didn't she? Ooh. Well, I'm very particular about... they're bringing back all the dead people, and there's a reason for that. Marilyn is in a state of, is she alive or is she dead? And
I don't know. Is that giving away stuff? Are people going to freak out?
Yeah, maybe.
Are we
I think I just ruined
face backlash from dedicated viewers?
She sees her sister too.
Yeah, she sees her sister, and McDreamy. Oh, anyways, where were we? A minute 30. What else medical marvels do we have?
Well, you know what? I'll talk about, so recently I was in Toronto, and I have this situation where I will see people that will look familiar to me, but it can't be that person, because the people that, I saw at least 3 people that I know from Sault Ste. Marie, and I could have sworn it was them, and I did actually Google it. That is also a syndrome.
What?
Hyperfamiliarity syndrome. When you see people, and in those people, you identify them as somebody that you know, and it is a syndrome. And I was like, well, why is that a syndrome? Why can't that just be, a symptom of, the Heidi effect, right?
Yeah.
Warm and happy, you know, and just seeing people that she enjoys all around her all the time, right? Like, it happens. But no, apparently it's diagnosable, which I guess really shouldn't come as a surprise to anybody who knows me well.
Hilarious.
Get this girl on medication.
Or get her a pole or a pencil, because that's what we've learned today. What else did we learn today? We learned that we want your feedback for our debate that's coming up. If you've got a question for our party leader, send it to us. The email address is there. I don't remember it offhand. firstlocal@gmail.com. We'll see you tomorrow. Enjoy your baby Friday. Hello.